Ooh, what's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy, and this is Demon Slayer, Season 4, Episodes 6 and 7. That's right, we're back after I sort of spun out after Episode 5. Sorry about that. I know. I was like vibing with the Hashira training arc through 4 episodes. And Episode 5, I don't know what happened, man. It was 22 minutes of me sitting here being like, why are we doing this? And I don't know that I was 100% fair to it. I don't think it was as bad as I think the amount of time I spent talking about it would indicate. But it does go into my feelings about Demon Slayer as a whole, which is that if the show tightened up, I think it could be great. And if it just was about something a little bit more than it is, I think it could be, like, genuinely great. It's good. This is why I'm frustrated. It's not that I think that Demon Slayer is the worst thing ever. It is that there's so much I love about this show that I want the show to be amazing. I want the show to be as good as its best parts. And I am so frustrated by it that it is hampered so much by the stuff that doesn't work, or that doesn't really go anywhere, or that isn't fully fleshed out, or that is Zenitsu. And so I find Demon Slayer a more frustrating show because there's things that I genuinely love about it. There's things about the world building that I think are fucking brilliant. You might have to bleep that one too, Brandon. We're like a minute and 40 seconds in. There's maybe not that one, but do it anyway. I think that there are things about the show that are so good, so good, that it is more frustrating when it's not clicking. If the show was just bad, I would just stop watching it, right? I would just turn it off and be like, I'm out, I'm done. But it isn't. I love Tanjiro. I love Nezuko. I love some of the Hashiras. I love some of the storytelling. I think Mugen Train is amazing. I genuinely, I went back and rewatched Mugen Train on my own time, which I don't do a lot with stuff that we react to because we're very busy, but I threw it on a flight on my laptop and I had a great time. I think Mugen Train is a very good movie. And so the show, anyway, just to say, I know I talked a lot of time with episode 5 and I'm not totally done with Hashira training arc, even though I think it might have felt that way in that episode. But I think that Demon Slayer will go down for me as a show that was frustrating because the good in it was so good, and the stuff that didn't live up to that good, it held it back. Not because I hate it. Anyway, that was what I was thinking about a lot in the week since I've had time to record. So let's I'm going to sit here and watch the last 3 episodes. They're going to come out week apart just because algorithm stuff. But let's finish Demon Slayer until the Infinity Castle arc comes out later this year. Patrons! You can be one. Full-length reactions. Patreon.com/nerdynightly. Go over there. Oh, did Inosuke die? Put him in the river. Like, this is kind of my point. Immediately, what the hell does any of this have to do with being better at slaying demons? Like, I get it. That rock is very heavy. And, like, being stronger is great. But Tengen did the strength training. These are characters that, like, can jump buildings. I can stand in that waterfall. You know what I mean? Now, granted, I am an above-average person, right? Just physically. I'm 6'4". I'm in relatively decent shape. I work out a lot. But still, like, we're talking about characters who leap buildings. And he's like, go stand in the waterfall. And I'm like, I've seen that man have a sickle go through his mouth. And he kept fighting. These are characters that have been poisoned repeatedly, and it has not slowed them down at all. I don't think the waterfall is going to make them better demon slayers. I'm sorry. Gyutaro, I think is his name. I'm sorry. I don't know how, like, lifting logs is going to make them fight against guys who have belts that attack you. Also, at what point do you just give up on Zenitsu? At what point do you just go, Zenitsu, go home. We got this, brother. This is so stupid. As a Canadian, I just am like, guys, this isn't that bad. This feels very helpful. They're definitely going to be better Demon Slayers after this. Is this the whole episode? 2 hours! I love potentially killing children for very little gain.
すごい。俺の知ってる人の中で一番魚をきれいに食べるのは伊之助だな。
Oh wow, his bowels must be fucking... I guess he can move them around, so... Don't eat fish bones. Just don't do it. It's not good for you. Don't eat bones in general. Humans don't digest them well.
嘘ついてるかついてないかくらいわかるだろう?
ナムアミダ仏。
なんか一番なのおっさんそもそもクマみたいにでっかいやってんでも黙れ巨人と
The first half of the Hashira trade arc was pretty cool.
バカ俺の居場所ないわまあまあ
Yeah, honestly, there is no place for you. Get the fuck out of here, Zenitsu. Can Zenitsu not swim?
次はいよいよ
That was a great transition. That was my favorite part of the whole episode so far. That transition was fantastic.
これで6割ほどの鬼狩りどもの居所を把握。太陽を克服した娘は見つかりません。
Huh. How do they know how many demon slayers there are? 60% is just weirdly specific. These eyes are a really, like, fun idea. It doesn't bode well for the demon slayers that they don't notice them. Like, y'all should be better at noticing creepy little shit following you around. But, really cool concept. I'm not gonna lie. Those slippers, I don't know that those are the best way to get traction, man. Yeah, there you go. You're only as good as your footwear. In most things, physically, you know?
お前たちの後方支援に回らせてもらうよ。頼んだぞ、カマド。
はい。
The pronouncement of his clavicle is crazy. It like sticks out. He's got 2 bumps.
炭治郎握るの上手だな。本当だ、めっちゃ三角。
かなり体を酷使したから塩分は多めにしてあります。
A little extra sodium. Replace those electrolytes.
っていうかお前めっちゃ米炊くのうまくない？うめえ。
なあ、魚焼くのもうまいしよ。
I want Tanjiro to be the rice Hashira.
焼きおにぎりも美味しいんです。
やるな、炭治郎。
Fuck, now I want roasted rice balls. Oh. What am I gonna do for dinner? I don't have any groceries.
今日もダメだった。もう6日目だ。どうする？
Here's the thing. If you're not strong enough, the amount of time it would actually take to get strong enough to, like, for your strength to improve enough would be, it's just time, right? The problem with these exercises is that they're all things that you just need to work at for a long time.
姫島さんも教えるのうまくねえからな。よく見て盗まねえとダメだぞ。集中を極限まで高めるために。
So the fucking Stone Hashira is just not... Oh my god. Alright.
そうそう、ナムナム言ってるだろ。
ナム。
What is this? What is happening? If he gets it the first try, because the stone guy just didn't teach him how to fucking do it, what is the point of the Hashira training arc? If the Hashiras aren't training them in fucking anything. If Genya has to show up and fucking fix it.
全ての感覚を一気に開くんだ。
We are flashing back to the conversation we just skipped over.
怒りや痛みの記憶を思い出す。それにより心拍と体温を上昇させている。
Sure, why not? I got so mad that my blood got hot and I was able to move a boulder.
くそ、まだまだか。
I think this show's implying, like, that he's like forcing himself to have an adrenaline release.
すぐ行きますよおふくろおふくろ
Are they calling Tanjiro mom? Alright.
感情が強く高ぶる時ってどんな時なんだ？それは
Oh, maybe it's not about being angry or in pain for Tanjiro. Okay, we're getting somewhere. You just need to click your heels together 3 times and say there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
俺の反復動作はまず大切な人の顔を思い浮かべること
Yeah. It's about love, Murph.
心を燃やせこれでずっと続けられるようになるといいな
あ、コンパチロ
あいつ
Inosuke always getting his name wrong is funny.
それを何度も繰り返しているうち
Damn, those shoulders. Let's go, dude. Well done, Tanjiro.
お前はどんな姿をしている産屋敷
Great. Cool. Look, I'm not gonna lie, that was not a great episode of television. And I'm not gonna talk about it for very long, because let's just get into the next one. I just want to say, like, I'm really glad Genya showed up at the end of the episode, you know, over halfway through to be like, oh, he didn't tell you about the thing that you're supposed to be, that's supposed to help you do this? He's not telling any? Oh. So he's just torturing the Demon Slayers into not accomplishing the goals because he won't teach them the thing. Sure, I guess. So the Stone Guy's an idiot. Great. You know what we learned? He's a bad teacher. Great. I guess that's helpful. I like, what is the audience supposed to get out of that? The Hashiras suck at this. Cool. They organized an entire training thing and then basically only trained Tanjiro, beat the shit out of all these other kids, tortured them, probably gave them some pneumonia, 2 hours in the waterfall. That's just, it's absurd, right? And like, you end it, you cap that off by having a character literally walk in, sit down and be like, hi, I haven't been here the whole time. You struggling with that? Oh, did he teach you the thing? Oh, he didn't? Oh. Yeah, he's actually terrible at this. All right, cool. I don't know that I've ever watched a piece of media where the person who created it shits on the characters they create so much as Demon Slayer. Like, the mangaka really just keeps introducing characters and then has someone in the show be like, they're terrible at this constantly. But then in the fights, they're just really competent. But they're bad at everything else. It's over, though. Thank God. We're trained. We now know repetitive motion, which is just thinking either very angry or very happy thoughts, depending on the, you know, state of your mental well-being. What a fucking dumb concept. All right. I hate it. I'm not gonna lie. Tanjiro being like, oh man, I need to just flex while thinking about my family, and that makes me strong enough to push the boulder. It's just not great. It doesn't. It's so meaningless, and I don't understand how it makes him a better Demon Slayer. We've already seen him again leap buildings, get stabbed through the mouth, and keep fighting. This is man. If you just get really angry and raise your body temperature, you get superpowers, I guess, is the show. Oh, man. Demon Slayer, what happened? Yeah. All right, let's watch the next one. Tempura! Tempura? All right. I love that no one took a moment to be like, why are you yelling tempura? Can someone just knock Zenitsu out so that he can push the boulder?
急激に滝のように汗をかいて水を飲んでなかったから
I'm really curious. I don't know that many relationships have moved forward. I'm really curious if getting to the end of this, this entire Hashira training arc will have had a point. Because right now I don't think there is one. If I'm being completely honest, the more we're doing this training of nothing, this is like the weirdest filler padding arc right at the end of the show. It's very strange to me.
ありがとうございます。
私は君を認める。
俺は決断ができず、危うく里の人が死ぬところでした。
Let's go.
認められては困ります。
Tanjiro being honest, opening up about what happened. It's a good man there.
子供というのは純粋無垢で弱い。
These creatures called children. What a wild thing to say. These creatures we call children.
いつだって誰かが助けてくれて、俺は結果間違わずに済んでいるだけです。
Yeah, but you also keep people on the path, Tanjiro.
俺のことを簡単に認めないでください。
Obstinate, inflexible boy.
私は昔寺で身寄りのない子供たちを育てていた。
Oh, so we're just doing a okay flashback time. Interesting.
今日はごちそうですね。
It's gonna be crazy
ああ、
when this orphanage is attacked by demons.
私は厳しい修行の身ゆえ空腹でも平気だ。これはサヨがしっかり食べなさい。
But I have trained myself not to be hungry.
いただきます。
いただきます。
皆血のつながりこそなかっ
Oh
た
my
な。
god. The one on the right has the spiritual stones from Tears of the Kingdom. Crazy.
ところがある夜、
A demon attacked. How did I guess?
寺にいた私と8人の子供たちを鬼に食わせると言ったのだ。
What a piece of shit! It's a child, but
香炉の火を消して始末し、寺の中へ鬼を招き入れた。
wow.
すぐに4人殺された。残った4人を何とか守ろうとしたが、
Jesus fucking Christ.
姫島さん、目が。
私の言うことを
Wait, you're blind?
一番年下のサヨだけだった。
So he's Daredevil. Okay.
何としてもサヨだけは守らねばと思い、
Damn, Gyutaro, you fucking beat his skull in.
私は夜が明けるまで鬼の頭を殴り潰し続けた。私はあの夜、
I kept him beat to shit till the sun came out to burn him away.
あの人は化け物。みんなあの人がみんな殺した。
Oh my god. Because the demon's body burned away, why would they believe?
私のために戦ってくれてありがとうと言ってほしかった。君は特別な子供。
This is really cool. I need him to teach Tanjiro something now. Like, this conversation needs to lead to something between the two of them instead of just being information. Because it was actually really good. Right? Like, there was a twist on the backstory version of the show in that. Like, there's a version of this where Tanjiro didn't learn repetitive motion yet, and Gyutaro was like, I trust you with this information. And there was like a purpose behind this conversation. Instead of it being Genya taught you, and now I trust you, so your training with me is now complete, but he didn't fucking teach Tanjiro. Genya did. God, the show is so frustrating sometimes. Like, their relationship is meaningless. And that was a really cool backstory. It was very sad. It meant a lot. It was well told. But, like, why not have him be the... whatever. I don't know why I'm trying.
それは善逸の分だからダメだよ。
はあ、来ねえってことはいらねえんだろうがよ。
Is Zenitsu out training during a meal? Are we trying to say he's had character growth?
岩を一丁も動かせてないし。俺はあともう少しだぜ。呼吸使えねえからな、俺。
Genya just needs a demon to show up so he can eat him and have power.
そうか。よかったな。頑張れよ。これは絶対に俺がやらなきゃダメなんだ。
Did Zenitsu give himself brain damage? Is that why he's so chill and not acting like himself? Is he a completely different character now because he hit his head too hard? Ooh, okay, here we go.
水の呼吸、死の型。
Beautiful. God, the water breathing I think is my favorite of the animations.
七の型。
Ooh. 666. Stalemate.
よーし。じゃあ次は素手で殺す。
戻ってくるたび抹茶とおはぎのいい香りがしてたので、てっきり。
品津川は
What?
おはぎが好きなのか。
What is this fucking conversation?
つぶあんですか？俺もおばあちゃんのおはぎが大
I'm
好
with
きで。
Shinazakawa. Like, why? Guys, we're training to fight the Demon King. What the fuck are you talking about?
柱は柱同士で手合わせしているんだ。
ああ、そうか、道理で木刀だったし。
Tandra's a fucking idiot.
今度から懐におはぎを忍ばせておいて、品津川に会うときあげようと思う。
ああ、それはいいですね。
I'm just gonna hand it
とけバカ
Even the bird's like, this is fucking ridiculous. I can't with this show. Okay, we found an eyeball.
なんだこれは。
There we go. Okay, the plot can move forward now. Thank God. Oh, shit. They were like, hey, we're almost done with the penultimate episode. Has it felt like nothing happened in this arc? Shit's about to happen. What if it all went down now? What if it all went down now? Is there a massive post-credit scene? Yeah, what? There's like a 3-minute post-credit scene. What is happening? This anime is so weird. God, this show, it doesn't know how to use its flashbacks to do anything except show children be murdered. And I get it. That's sad. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. It doesn't mean anything though, right? When he comes back and he's like, well, I trust you now. That has no relationship to the story he just told Tanjiro. And Tanjiro's persistence has nothing to do with the reason why he tells him the story. It's just oh, and now here's 10 minutes about what happened to me. That's finally a little bit different. I did appreciate that his backstory was different from the, they all died and it was a demon. The child was so traumatized that they didn't do a good job communicating with adults and I was thrown in prison. And, that to me was interesting because it was different. But it's in service of nothing. It's just another sad story in the show that kind of goes nowhere. All right, here we go. Post-credit scene with Muzan Kibutsuji. This is like Zack Snyder levels of slow motion. This is so long. I think that this is supposed to be like really cool, but because it's so slow, I find it kind of hilarious. They're like, Muzan Kibutsuchi walked in as slowly as possible.
Yeah, 来たのかい。はじめましてだね。
Oh.
なんとも醜悪な姿だな。産屋敷。
They've never met? That's crazy to me. That's it? That's... He walked through the garden for 3 minutes. Just, wow. There was like a 40-second door opening, then the credits, and then he walked through for 3 minutes to go, wow, you look ugly. Scene. All right. Damn. Oh, wow. The Hashira training arc is an arc, man. This fell apart real quick after episode 5. I guess Tanjiro's better. His scar is now a mark permanently, I guess. So I guess that's just to indicate how good that training was. Even though everyone else flunked out of it and is not better off for it. Which is maybe not the point of what they were trying to do. But the Hashiras are just terrible at training. And that's what the arc was. The arc was just about how the Hashiras are just really bad at this. And I guess that's what you get out of it. The Hashiras suck at this. And now these emotionally stunted children have to fight Muzan without the master because he's going to be dead. Wow. Wild and crazy times, y'all. The fall off here was wild. Gyutaro's backstory, very sad. Very sad. Really disappointed with how they did that. I really wanted them to tie at least that into Tanjiro in some way. Instead of just expositing at us. I don't know, man. I'm not going to sit here and talk forever. I didn't enjoy that very much. And to end it with like this crazy slow motion shit where Muzan just walks up is like, I guess that's, I think he's supposed to be really cool. As a villain, Muzan Kibutsuji just isn't that cool to me. He's not that interesting. They've not done anything to build him up as being an intellectual villain. He's just really powerful and no one knows where he is. And so he just kind of like sits around being a dick. Yeah, I don't know. I think that the Infinity Castle arc is going to have to do some legwork. I think the upper demons who are still alive are cooler than Muzan Kibutsuji. Right? I am more interested in how they're going to fight them than this guy that is just lording over it. But this didn't help. Wasting fucking my time at the end of this episode to show him walking the slowest of slow motion while he like puts off smoke for some reason. It doesn't make him seem cool. It just kind of makes it seem like the show wants me to think he's cool. It's trying too hard to be like, look how cool this guy is. And I'm here like, he's not doing anything. You're just animating the shit out of him. And maybe that's what it is, right? Like, because when they're making the anime, it's not like they can change the manga. Not anymore. That's not really what anime does. Other things adapt things. Anime, it doesn't feel like adaptation is necessarily what anime is trying to do because the anime audience gets more... The manga reading audience gets more persnickety about changes than I think like a Western comics audience does about changes. And maybe this is the animators being like, look, Kibutsuji, not a great villain. Like, there's nothing really interesting about him. And so we have to over-animate him to try and give any depth or weight to this guy because there's not a lot of depth or weight to the writing of him. And if that's the case, then I actually do understand why they did this, and I feel for them. Anyway, I'm done. I'm going to watch the finale, get out of here, and then start watching Mob Psycho, because I've heard it's very good. If you like this video, if you watched all of it, I would actually... I feel like the watch time on this won't be great, because I didn't... There's not a lot here. It's just not very... It's not deep. It's not new, right? Gyutaro's backstory, the newness is like the aftermath part of it, but like the actual demon attacking them is just, we've done it. It's every backstory is the fucking same. And this is a show that takes place in a world with demons, and so it thinks it needs that demons need to be a part of everything that happens in it. But I don't know. I just need to get out of here. If you like the video, like, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave me in comments down below, because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess. Was there a woman in either of these episodes? I guess the woman who sits by the master. I can't remember her name. She's in it. I don't think she said anything. Was there a woman who had a line? Oh, the little girl who turned Gyutaro in for murder. It's her day, I guess. If you want to follow me around the internet, you can. I'm at nerdynightly. Do something nerdy tonight.